Chapter 15-16. However, there was a burst of ecstasy in the heart of the god of war. This is because he has always been wearing a gun next to him. Although he is a martial artist and doesn't like to use guns, guns are also a life-saving support. He serves as a bodyguard for Haruto. Most of the time, there is no danger, but he still saves one more hand. It's just that when Alex was rubbing against him, he didn't have the opportunity to use the gun at all, and he couldn't even think about it. But things are different now. Alex's attention was no longer on his body. Therefore, he couldn't help but think to himself, if Alex's attention was all on Haruto and Kenji, then he might have a chance to attack him. No matter how strong they are afraid of bullets. If one shot is hit, the opponent should immediately lose their combat effectiveness. When the time comes to make up 2 more shots, even the martial arts master will definitely die. At that time, not only will he have avenged himself, but he will also get a 100 million bonus from the boss. Then he doesn't have to work for the rest of his life, and can retire directly to enjoy the glory and wealth. Thinking of this, he immediately raised his arm, trying to sneak behind him to get a gun. However, at this time, he suddenly realized that his arm was so soft that he could hardly use any strength. The arm had been slumped before, and he was afraid that Alex would get angry, so he didn't dare to move, and he didn't realize that his arm had some symptoms of muscle weakness. He was surprised in his heart, and said, "What the hell is going on? Is it because I was so scared just now and my body was scared?" Thinking of this, he gritted his teeth and wanted to use a bit more strength to drive his arm, but the power on his arm almost dissipated. What the hell is going on? He was shocked in his heart, but for the 100 million, he still worked hard to suckle, trying to put his right hand behind him, what is usually easy, and now he has worked hard for a few minutes. Tired and sweating, but he has not succeeded. At the moment when he felt that his strength was almost exhausted, he finally put his hands behind his back with great effort, and touched his gun through his clothes. However, trying to grab a gun is as difficult as reaching the sky. At this moment, he only felt that his 5 fingers were like others, completely unable to drive. Alex hadn't looked at him, but he could feel that this kid was doing his best to resist the aura that he had left in his body, so he looked up at him and sneered, "What's wrong with the god of war?" The god of war hurriedly said, No, absolutely nothing." Alex smiled and said, "If you want to get a gun, you have to get it out." After the god of war heard this, his whole body trembled. How could he know that he couldn't take it out? Could it be that he did something to him? Alex took a deep look and said coldly, "I advise you to be honest. You can at least control your sphincter now. If you dare to do it again, I will let you not even control your sphincter. If you urinate anytime, anywhere like a 1-year-old, don't blame me for not giving you a chance." As soon as the person heard this, his soul was frightened. What supernatural power does this guy have? What method did he use to make himself almost a useless person?